the Dukascopy TV studio in Geneva. We are talking about employee engagement with Daniel Sztutwojner. He is Vice President Business Development from Beekeeper, a company that is specialized in the development for internal communications and employee engagement. Daniel, welcome to the studio.
Daniel, thank you very much for having me here. It's my pleasure.
So, employee engagement, what does it exactly mean and why is this subject so prominent these days?
So we see that employee engagement is becoming more and more relevant, especially in the last 3 years, because companies are understanding the relation that employee engagement has with the numbers of a company. So for example, when employees are more engaged, we can see that the company itself becomes more efficient, becomes more productive, that there are, for example, less accidents at work and there are less employees asking for sickness leaves. So when we see that this relation exists, then companies are taking this more seriously.
So it's a little bit related to this picture. I love my job. Actually, what company sectors or what companies would specifically benefit from employee engagement?
So we're working with different industries, so we cannot say that there is a specific industry or a specific sector that takes this more into heart. It's really relevant for all organizations to have a proper strategy for employee engagement in order to have all the employees motivated.
So talk about employee engagement more specifically, how to implement employee engagement solutions in a company.
So this really varies from company to company. We first ask our clients how they define employee engagement internally. It really varies from organization to organizations, but what we do see is that in order to have a proper strategy for employee engagement, companies need to have an open and a two-way communication with all employees. Employees need to feel that their voice is being heard, that they can make an impact to the decisions on the top management level as well, and that there is transparency with everyone.
And Beekeeper, what is your particular approach to employee engagement?
Okay, so Beekeeper, what we see is that mobile technology, smartphones, we see smartphones as an engagement machine. Nowadays everyone has a smartphone and there is no better way to engage your employees through mobile technology. It's important, as I mentioned before, that every employee is informed about what's going on in the organizations, that top management can reach every employee, and that this two-way communication channel, this dialogue-based communication exists. So every employee feels that they can impact and contribute on the decisions done.
Mm-hmm. So let's maybe also highlight some examples. So you brought some like some desktops, or not a desktop, but like some screenshots from mobile devices and your solutions. What can we see here and what actually are examples how to implement employee engagement?
So for example, what we see here is for one of our clients, how they communicate through mobile technology, but also through their PCs. It's the idea of having a direct communication channel, as you see in the middle, where I can send a private message efficiently and personally to every employee. We see that people in their personal lives are used to communicate over maybe WhatsApp or private SMS, and these tendencies also now coming into the organization. Emails are becoming too formal, too long, and many emails are seen as spam. And by sending effectively and rapidly a personal message to an employee is very, very, very efficient.
Wow. So many business leaders might think now, okay, let's install this app, install this solution actually, but what surrounding factors, what context needs to be fulfilled to implement employee engagement? Is it just the app, or what would you say?
No, and that's actually a great question, because we see that the culture of the organization needs to be the right. I mean, management needs to be ready to hear the voice of their employees. So they need to have a very open culture in terms of communication. Many organizations like to communicate vertically, and if they are not ready to make a switch into an open communication, then even if they have the best technology, this won't work.
Daniel Sztutwojner from Beekeeper in Zurich, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you, Daniel, my pleasure.
And thanks for watching. Do make sure to keep clicking back on the Dukascopy TV website for latest updates and exclusive interviews. Have a great day and see you next time.